COVID has brought many unexpected impacts to our community. As our most vulnerable residents were forced to cut back on work, the threat of eviction rose exponentially. Evictions can cause a devastating ripple effect to families who are unable to pay their rent. Not only are they faced with the possibility of homelessness, but an eviction often starts a cycle where they're unable to find and maintain safe and affordable homes. Polk County has been committed to finding creative ways to ensure that the basic needs of our most vulnerable residents are met while we struggle to get through this unprecedented pandemic. We have worked with trusted housing advocates in our community to prevent evictions and provide support to families who are struggling due to COVID, providing financial help to bridge the gap between federal and state assistance. Please watch this clever video to see how you can take advantage of this program.
When tenants are behind in rent, there are programs that might be available to help prevent eviction, which also helps landlords avoid losses and empty units. Tenants can provide the CDC eviction moratorium form to landlords, which might delay evictions, but it doesn't address back rent or future rent. This video provides information about rent assistance programs and the best order of application to make sure our community fully uses the available funds. The documents and programs discussed in this video can all be found at polkcares.org. That website will continue to be a good first stop to learn about available assistance programs because programs and funding change periodically. Landlords and tenants that speak different languages can use the translation line listed here to communicate with each other about applications for rental assistance or any other rental issue. Applying for assistance when in crisis can be challenging. If landlords understand the programs, they can help tenants apply. When tenants are approved for assistance, it helps landlords as well. Generally, tenants will need a copy or clean photo of their lease, documentation of overdue rent, and the contact information for the landlord. These are other documents tenants should gather that will help when applying for programs. Each assistance program will also have its own unique application documents, but these listed documents are commonly required for various programs. When a tenant is approved for assistance, payments will be issued directly to landlords. To receive payment, the landlord must provide a fully completed W-9. For some programs, they will also need to sign a declaration of not receiving any other payment for the same time period and bank information for direct deposit of payments. After collecting the important documents, tenants should apply for the rent assistance programs one at a time and in this order to increase the chance of getting the most assistance possible. The first program to apply for is the Iowa Finance Authority Eviction and Foreclosure Prevention Program. Go to the website for details and follow the directions. Staff from an agency called Impact may follow up in a few days if there are questions. If the tenant lives in West Des Moines and already has contacted the Iowa Finance Authority and received assistance or did not qualify, the next step is West Des Moines Human Services. If a tenant has already applied to the first two programs and received assistance or didn't qualify, the next step is to contact Home Inc. Contact this phone number to start the process. Someone will follow up, but it may take a few days. If a tenant has already applied to the first three programs and received assistance or did not qualify, the next step is Polk County General Assistance. Reminder, applying for the programs in this order helps tenants apply for the most assistance and helps our community make the best use of available funds. It is important to start applying early as it can take a few days or more for someone to respond and for your application to be processed. The forms and information about the programs are now available at polkcares.org. Finally, the effects of COVID-19 pandemic will be ongoing, and rent assistance won't always be available. Financial coaching can help Polk County residents try to find ways to make their budget work during these difficult times. To schedule your first financial coaching session or just some specific questions, call 515-697-1450 or visit online at empowermoney.org.
We hope that our work on this issue will carry on beyond the COVID pandemic and mark the beginning of a chapter in which our community is dedicated to ensuring that every resident has access to safe and affordable housing.